Yeah, so I think everybody who's ever made a house has always been very stressed out about the whole process, and they get all the horror stories. So when I found inHAUS, I really liked that everything was streamlined. It was in a factory. They've already done hundreds of houses, and you get a fixed price. So there's no surprises, there's no differences, and I really enjoyed the whole process. So we did the first house, and then because of unforeseen circumstances, I ended up selling the first house, and I was actually quite surprised. I thought I wasn't gonna make any money on my investment, and I ended up making quite a bit on my investment. So I realized there was money to be made, mainly because time frames are much smaller. I think even this house we did 3.5 months or 4 months, which is more than double the speed that you're normally doing. So actually, when it comes to the actual investment, it was actually quite interesting. As I said, like on the first house, I just didn't expect it. And when I started making the numbers, especially if you're like if you're new to the business, it's kind of scary sometimes because you don't know what to expect and what's going to happen. Whereas with inHAUS, I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew how much time it was going to take. I knew how much money I was going to spend. So it was much easier to keep the numbers simple and for me to figure out if it was a good investment or a bad investment. Yeah, so I think always with houses, it's kind of like you have to fall in love with the house. And I kind of already loved this model, the Tiana especially. I just thought it was the most beautiful house I'd ever seen. And then when I found this plot of land, it was kind of just the perfect house for this piece of land. So it wasn't a big choice, it was just love at first sight kind of thing. Yeah, I think so. So both times I've done quite a bit of refurbishments and different builds, and yeah, I mean, there's always some headaches, but I think the least amount of headaches I've ever had was with inHAUS, just because you've had so much experience doing all different kinds of houses once and after. So if you've done over 100 houses in the same system, you kind of know all the things that can go wrong. So you kind of, that's gone, that unknown is gone. And thanks to that, it was just really easy. You just come, pick the materials, visualize it, and then all of a sudden, 4 or 5 months later, here it is, standing.